up, YouTube? This is my first video. I decided to just make a quick review on the Converse and Golf Le Fleur collaboration shoes. I don't have the most recent collaboration or most recent release, the ones that released in late January of 2018, but I do have the Unos, or not the Unos, the One Stars that released later last year, as well as the Jolly Green Unos. And so right off the bat, just a little backstory. These are Tyler the Creator's first collaboration shoot since leaving Vans. There was a lot of hype surrounding the initial release of these. I was lucky enough to get these for retail off of Foot Locker about 15 minutes after they released. I completely struck out on Nike, on the Golf Wing website. Then, after I at that point I kind of gave up, but I tried out on Foot Locker just to see, and I ended up getting them. So yeah, here are these. I do have a shoe tree in these just to straighten them out a little bit. One thing about Converse is that when you first get them, they are a little banana shaped, right? So I personally don't like them laced tight. Even this, it looks a little bit looser on foot, but I think an important thing, if you got these in the right size, it's really important that you don't choke them. If you choke the laces, they're gonna look even more banana-ish. So I had an interesting time styling these. I guess just trying to figure out what to wear with them. At the time, I didn't really have any newer Golf Wing. I had some stuff from 2015. I didn't get anything 2016, really, or at least I didn't get anything from 2016 in 2016. And so, I kind of had trouble deciding how I was going to wear these. Tyler had, of course, moved into like his high water pants phase. It's not that I didn't have, I guess, shorter pants, but all my jeans were, or all my pants were, they were more made for Vans. I guess seeing as how I am, I'm still more into the older Golf Wing, and so it was kind of hard finding something to wear with these. But I got a pair of chino pants, like 30 length, and they fit really nice just over the shoe. Yeah, just like some housekeeping things for these. I personally don't think that you should beat these. Just like Vans, if you get suede, like for example, if you've ever had a light color pair of suede shoes, they get mustier faster, which I really don't think is a good look for suede. Stains, dirt, whatever it is, does not look good on suede, especially if it's this shoe, albeit that it is a Golf Le Fleur collab. It's a very clean, almost business casual looking shoe, reminiscent of something that would have come out in the 70s or 80s. It's cream colored sole, cream colored laces, light blue suede. Almost reminds me of like a fridge from the 50s, So that being said, the shoe being dirty really kind of messes around with the look. Usually dirty suede, it also gets snappier, right? And you don't want these shoes in specific looking like as hairy as a hairier suede as these. The suede comes very soft, flat, and so once you start wearing them in and things like that, it just kind of tampers with the look. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much all about these. Of course, there's the B on the back, the lettering on the sole, the Le Fleur logo on the tongue, the flower stitching around the star, the Scumfuck Flower Boy print on the insole. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's pretty much all about these. One thing that I did notice that was different about these and those is that these do tend to fit about. It's weird. These almost fit like, think of it as they fit like a 3/4 size big. These are a size 11. I normally go with an 11.5 in any other shoe. Really, my only problem with these is that they are slightly big. It wouldn't have been enough to go down to a 10.5. I'm happy with these, but they are just a little long. Like, it's very small. I mean, it's whatever. If you're gonna get a pair of these for resale, or perhaps on the next release of these, I would go a full size down. If you're a bigger half size, I'd say from like, if you're like an 11.5, if you're a true 11.5 to, I don't know, 12.5 or 13.5, I'd say go a full size down. I don't know how big they make these, so if for you bigger foot guys, size 12.5 and up, 12 is kind of a big foot, but size 11 pretty readily available. Resale is low. Definitely buy these. If you're thinking about buying these, definitely get them while resale is 120 to 140, sometimes even cheaper. Because one thing that I learned is that I had the wheat and pink golf wing Vans, which I got them in 2015 for $96. Worn like twice, handful of times actually. I wore them quite a bit, all the way up until 2017. I needed money, and so I sold them for stupid cheap, $130. Compared to what they are at now. Most of the time, I've seen pairs go for highest of about $250, depending on condition, of course. Worn a handful of times, you're gonna get anywhere from $150 to $180, which doesn't seem like a big jump considering they are 4-year-old shoes, but I'd say definitely if you're gonna get these, don't beat them. First of all, 2, get them now or as soon as possible. Third of all, wear them right. Don't, in my opinion, don't wear baggy jeans. Don't choke them, and make sure you get your right size, full size down. So now onto these. These were also pretty easy to get. I got these on the initial release, none of the restocks. I think these released in November 3rd, which I didn't get these like until almost a week and a half later, just because I did UPS pickup option, and it just took forever. But yeah, of course. Oh, I didn't show the sole on these, but these have the Golf on this pair, or on this shoe, and then the Converse on the left shoe, of course. And these have the repeating white and orange flower pattern. Again, these are both worn. I take good care of these though. You know, they're not beat per se. Yeah, when I first got these, I thought that the print on the bottom would rub off, but you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, just when you get the shoe, this is, by the way, these aren't the laces that come in the shoe. I'll talk about that later. When you get the shoe, there are some noticeable differences in between this pair and this pair. So, starting off with the bigger stuff, obviously the Le Fleur flower star thing, similar to the Bapestas or any other of the Bape shoes. This eye stay is slightly different. This one's thicker at the bottom. It's more curvy too. Something that I did. These personally do fit bigger to me, so these are 100% full size up. Just because the leather interior too, it makes it fit bigger. However, pretty much same fit as these, just a slightly bigger. Yeah, leather interior, Le Fleur logo on the tongue, just like always. The sole, white Converse sole, 70s Converse sole. Has a slightly higher taping than the regular one. Yeah, so the laces, I changed them out because I thought that the first ones are really the same as these. But the thing is that it's not that noticeable at first. But just looking at it, like, it's almost like the lace holes are farther apart on this one than they are on this one, and because of that, it makes the laces look even skinnier, right? And so when you're lacing them up, it almost leaves for a lot of green space in between, and you know, it didn't bother me at first. It doesn't bother me until now. It's just, you know, I noticed it. But when the pictures of Tyler wearing that all over green print, like flower coverall, came up, and he was wearing those jade green and lime Unos, I noticed that he did have fat laces on them, which, going all the way back to the fashion show in, I believe, March of 2016, the original Golf Le Fleurs, those sample pairs that probably are never going to come out, they had fat laces. And so I had a pair of white fat laces from somewhere. You can probably get them. Probably gonna have to order them online. I don't think they're really in style anymore. I had these for some reason, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna try out this look. So I put them in, laced them and everything, and I think they look great. I personally like the look of the fat laces on these more than the laces that they come with. Again, for these, this being the same colorway as one of the fashion show sneakers, for these I personally wouldn't use the green or orange laces that came with. Just doesn't look as good in my opinion. And I personally think the white looks the best. Same with these. Don't swap out these for the blue laces. These cream laces are perfect for this shoe. And yeah, not a whole lot much else about this shoe. Again, shoe tree inside. There's the Golf Le Fleur logo on the inside. These are not Lunar Lawn insoles like these one stars. These one stars, if you look, I'm not going to show you just because you can't really see it, but if you have a pair in hand and you look kind of like toward the inside. These are Lunar Lawn or Ortho Light, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably throw in an on-foot section really quick. And yeah. Again, don't choke these. Don't choke these. Get your right size. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, again, you can probably see the difference. I do have an extra pair of insoles in these just to, just because I do fit bigger. And I do think these look better, slightly tighter, except, just going for the tighter look without having to tighten the laces, really. Yeah, these are a pair of Levi's 508s. I really don't know where you can get this pair of jeans. I got these a couple years back. And, yeah. Now on to the Airway Blue pair. Or now on to another pair of chinos just to get you a different look with these. Yeah, so this is with some cropped chinos. This is probably how Tyler or most people are wearing them. Yeah, did these myself. They were a little long before, at least longer than my liking. And so, yeah, really just the fit of your pants is important for these, just because they are such a unique, different style of shoe, at least for me. Converse, I haven't owned a pair of Converse since I was probably 10, so these are a little bit different. And yeah, probably just to give you some perspective, I'm about 6 foot, waist size, usually a 32 by 32. These are probably a 32 by 30, 32 by 28, something like that. Didn't measure them. Yeah. I guess just change them to your style. I don't want to say that they don't look good on heavier set people, but they definitely are going to be harder to style, just because this shoe is so skinny. It's very slender, and so I know having a wider foot, and you don't even have to be heavier set. Just having a wider foot, it's going to be hard to wear these shoes. They are skinny. But yeah, just really change them to your style. And yeah. So here's that same pair of chinos with the 1 stars this time. One problem with these is that the tongue it's weird. It flops to the side a lot. So, if you don't have them laced up tight, it's probably gonna happen to your pair. Yeah, pretty much same fit as the other ones. I did notice that the side walls on these are a little lower, and also because these have been worn more, they are gonna look a little bit more banana shaped. But yeah, just keep that in mind when you're wearing these. I personally like the fit on the Unos more. The 1 stars are a little, I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain. But yeah, it's them. The back. Yeah. Now on to the next pair. All right. So here are those 1 stars with that same pair of Levi's. I don't know. Fun fact: I wore these to the Tyler's concert on the Flower Boy tour in on November 8th, and I definitely wouldn't recommend wearing them to concerts. I guess just any shoe in general for concerts is bad. I got there about 4 hours before the show started, so that could have been it. But standing in these for, say, more than 2 hours is just, it's not fun. Neither of these shoes are very comfortable. As you can imagine, they're just flat. But I mean, they're Converse. I guess I don't know what else to tell you. You're pretty much getting what you expect. They're still very good shoes. I haven't owned a regular pair of the Converse, but I don't know how those fit as opposed to these with the 70s shape and sole. But yeah, so here's the back shot, side,